Good morning. Media, they used to have a better reputation than they have now, right? It wasn't great or anything, but it was better. And of course, we know why. It's paid propaganda. That's what it is. They are not doing their job, of course. They are doing something else. It's hard to tell what they are doing, really, but they are sort of running with stories. They are told to write and talk about climate change for many years. So that's what they do. They scare the hell out of people. And nobody's skeptical, you see? Nobody in mainstream media. Yeah. And then when the climate change story sort of faded out, they were told to write about the corona crisis and talk about this, and this is what they did. And nobody was skeptical. There was no critical thought involved. So that's what they did for some time, scaring the hell out of people again. Yeah? They were not like us, right? When we heard about the climate change thing, many of us were skeptical. We thought there must be something wrong here. You see? Something doesn't make sense. But this is not how mainstream media operate. No. They just run like sheep. Same thing with the corona crisis. Many of us said, hey, there's something wrong here. You know? But these guys, they don't. No. And then when the corona crisis story started to fade out, which is now, they are told to write about racial wars and race and these peaceful protests. Yeah, so that's what they do. That's pathetic. I have a story from Sweden. This is in 2019, last year. The Swedish school result had been dropping for a long time. They run these tests every year in all these different countries. And the Swedish result was in 2018. It was terrible. And then all of a sudden, in 2019, there was an improvement in the test result. And when I heard this, I thought, this doesn't make sense. Why would it suddenly improve? Right. And, you know, the Swedish government, they bragged about this. And the Minister of Education, she said, this was a day of joy. The school in Sweden is strong and so on. So what did media do? They just reported on it. Yeah. And they were happy too, you see. Yeah. It was pathetic. And, you know, I was skeptical. I thought, you know, this can't be true. But nobody in media, there should be someone, right? If they were independent, which they aren't, of course, they are paid propaganda. But if there was a journalist, a real journalist somewhere, he would say, hang on a minute, an improvement in the test result. How come? You know, because the drop in the result was because of mass immigration, of course. And mass immigration just continued. And integration was terrible and so on in Sweden. So why would we see an improvement? But nobody looked into it. Now, they found out. Yeah. They faked the test. In 2019, you know, when they selected students to do the test, they excluded some. Yeah, and of course they got an improvement in the test result. So we should announce this publicly. Mainstream media is useless, absolutely useless. All right, that's all. Bye.